Hello, hi. Welcome, welcome. A second stream of the day. My voice is a little bit tired, but we can do some art while yapping. It should be fine. I'll survive, right? But yeah, welcome on in. Off stream, I managed to work on little head angles so I can look, left and right. I'm really proud of how it came out. Hmm. I think the hardest part was the hair. Because it's one thing to have like slicked back hair, but rigging it with animal ears, that was a challenge. That took a while, but hey, I figured it out. Hmm. I'm trying to remember where I left off. Okay, I think it was the texture. Wait, I think I have a toggle for times like this. Yeah. I streamed a little bit of Overcooked this morning. But instead of just playing, just the game as usual, very casual, calm, cozy, I was playing with Feather. We were trying our very best to do our Hell's Kitchen impression, where instead of trying to get the high score, it's just who can have the funniest insults, as if we are role playing Gordon Ramsay. It was fun. I think we spent the next 4 hours just playing Wild Mender. Yeah, that was a very calm, cozy game. But it's a very long stream, so yeah, my voice is a little bit tired. So I apologize. You know what I realized about full body models that I really missed? The complexity. They're all a big challenge. Mascot models are fun, very quick and easy relatively. But this is kind of like solving a Rubik's cube. Bit tough and frustrating in the beginning, but super satisfying once you figure it out. I think the hardest part about this model was just the hair. You would imagine slicked back hair would be simpler. Apparently not. Okay, beautiful. Nothing's breaking. The hair looks so simple, but it's like 6 different layers. Dress this one. You know the kind that kind of clings to the head? Yeah, I'm super happy with it. Hmm. Yeah, nothing's breaking. I considered not streaming today. Well, at least not tonight. But I feel like since I've been playing a few games early in the morning, I'd kind of be neglecting my usual time slot. So yeah, here we are. It's okay. Tomorrow is my day off, from streaming at least. So I can rest, relax, enjoy. Hi, Kayla. Welcome on in. V-Face? No, this is Live 2D. Yes, this is our very fancy cat boy. He has bangs too, but haven't rigged them yet. Ta-da! I apologize for not being the most chatty. I did stream 6 hours earlier today. Love the little me running across the screen. Oh yeah, they're adorable. I can even pick them up. Ooh, this one is, hold on. Let me pull it up. I think it's called Streaming Avatars. And looks like this. Hold on, let me put it up on the screen. This app, it's free on Steam. It does have a default one, or you can get kind of like pre-made ones, right? They all follow you? No, they just roam around on their own. So yeah, like they move independently. You could do all sorts of things with them. I think there's a hug command, an attack command, bomb command. There's a bunch of stuff. There's also a ton of mini games with this thing, but I never really used them. But yeah, this one is a custom model made by one of my mods. So yeah, but there is a default one. I think it's just like it's not free on Steam anymore. Oh, apology. I thought it was free on Steam. Oopsie. Sorry, I got it a while back. Oh yeah, it's like I don't even know the conversion rate. I mean the animals. Oh wait, they actually don't follow me. They follow my mouse. You see? Okay, I'm staring straight ahead, not moving. Mouse goes left, goes right. Yeah, wait. You can see it now. Yeah, left, right. It's the same with the staff. Same thing for me. Oh, sorry. Yeah, you mean the frog. Oopsie. I thought you were talking about the little guys down here. But yeah, these are my pay to use models. I wanted to make a one of basically every animal. I think I managed these three, and then I got super busy. I want to make a shark one next, and I think a dolphin. That's cute. Thank you. Hold on, I lost this thing. Oh, here it is. Think mice will be cool? Oh yeah. I want to make like a list of animals. Hold on. I already have a few that are in the backlog. Let's see. I think shark. I want shark. I want mushroom. What else? You know what? Let me just add a folder to remember. Rat. I should say mouse. Oh, hi, Nadia. Welcome on in. We're talking about the little models I have on the side here. Oh, yeah, you just blew everyone up. Hi, Nadia. Thanks for the raid. Yeah, you see the little animals down here? I make them for like $10 each. So I'm trying to think of what other animals we can make. Kayla mentioned frog. Sorry, Kayla mentioned rat, or they say mouse. I feel like they're basically the same creature, but rat has like a more negative connotation to it. So I'll just change it to mouse. Yeah. Dragon? Actually, not a bad idea. Rats are cute. I feel it's not even a matter of like their design, what they look like. I feel like just the word rat. Used to own some. Oh, what is that like? A dragon. I'm adding this to a list so that one day when I have a bit of space in between commissions, or I want to just relax and rest, make something easy, cute. Yeah. Okay, what else? Should we make a dolphin one? Dolphin? Hmm. Any thoughts? Oh, right. Sorry, I have a job to do. Yeah, we're rigging this guy. We're done with the head angles. I think we're just rigging the ears and the bangs. Yeah, I have a bad habit of we're doing the work and then what's it called? We start yapping about stuff. Next thing I know, it's been like 30 minutes and we've not done a little bit of progress. You know what my biggest record is? I think while I was drawing the art, I drew a single line followed by 3 hours of yapping, and then I ended stream. I think that is my biggest record of I think least amount of work to yapping ratio. Yeah. Sadly, I need to go to bed. Well, thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again soon. ADHD stuff. I'm not diagnosed with ADHD. I do lose focus kind of easily, but I don't know if it's that. I'm not a doctor. Welcome to the fam. I made the joke earlier of undiagnosed, but something is wrong. Yeah. Because my chat was trying to wonder, like, do you have ADHD? Are you on the spectrum? Asking me a bunch of questions like that. I lose my speech string and forget how to saying mid speech. There's a lot of times where I just trail off mid sentence, or if I'm in the middle of a sentence and talking, I'll forget the word I need and I'll just go and then trail off for like 3 seconds, and then I remember and then I continue. To the point that whenever one of my editors is making like the clips and stuff, I always tell them, hey, I go or even just trail out the ends of words a lot. If you cut all of that out, you'll save like a good 30 seconds on any clip you're working on. Go blank? Yeah, it happens. Hmm. It's like your brain does delete missions in The Sims. Exactly. Whenever you walk into a room and you forget why you entered, yeah, your sim action was just cancelled. Hmm. Ooh. Do you want to see the this model? I think when it comes to the facial expressions, I have rigged everything from it being open to the smile, to it squinting, you know? Even just looking around. Yeah. The brows, all of the settings. This thing is probably my magnum opus. I'm very proud of this model. It's how I need this thing goes into room. What did I need? Let me get back to my room. Oh yeah. That happens 1,000 times a day. I think it's happened once where I entered a room, forgot what I needed, left, remembered what I needed it for, went back into the room, and forgot again. It doesn't. It's usually not that bad, but that happened once. I'm like, okay, this is a bit extreme. It's a daily thing to me. Well, you have my sympathy. Also, thank God for past Ordi. I selected the right settings, so this saves me a lot of time. Hi, Goldie. The ears are cute. Ooh, do you want to see them bounce? Ignore the tail. Where is it? Where's eye stuff? Yeah. They get all bouncy. And then when they're like surprised, the eyes are open. It goes up. And when they're happy, goes up. Eyes wide and smiling like that is a bit creepy. But yeah, it look like that when they're smiling. Or when they're sad, it goes down. Sad, happy. Sad, happy. Sad. The tail moves, yeah, it kind of swishes like that. The smile looks a bit too big for the face. Maybe. This is smiling when like the mouth is closed, but when when the mouth opens, it does squish together a little bit. Also, I can only change one parameter at a time. When they're piloting the model and they smile. God, it's like the hand thing when you had your face go up and down with the hand. What do you mean by that? Oh, is it the one where you like cover the face and in that split second the expression changes? Oh yeah, he can be very judgmental as well. This is a super yeah, this is a super expressive thing. I love this. You can be disgusted. You can be happy. You can be sad. You go the frowning, not frowning. Yeah, that's usually how I test the model. I have to go like smile. I have 777 coins. I'm God. Oh, did I get something to eat? I did have some air fried roast potatoes before stream. So yeah. I did make the joke earlier when I was streaming with Feather. They asked about food. I'm like, yeah, don't worry. I'm good. I have a packet of cookies. It has enough calories to get me through the day. That is actually my emergency food. I ate a proper meal, okay? I do joke a lot, but I do try to eat a little bit healthy, okay? But then again, I'm an artist. I can survive off a diet that'll kill most mortals, so it's okay. Don't worry about it. Ooh, when it comes to expressions, this is just the eyes, you know? There's also the brows. They wanted it to be a bit of like a stoic, bit of a stoic face, you know? Like when it's neutral, they look like a basically resting bitch face, for lack of a better term, right? But when they smile and they become cheerful, they completely melt. You know, they melt into this puddle of warmth. That's the vibe that I'm going for. But if they're also annoyed, yeah, I like this face. How does it feel about the artist actress snacking in water from time to time? Okay, you say that as a joke, but at the grocery store, there is this giant packet of buffalo wing peanuts, and the amount of calories in it is, I think, 1,000 to 1,500. So, with a normal bit of breakfast and the rest of the day just snacking on those peanuts with water, my nutritional or at least caloric needs are met, and I don't have to get up and do stuff. I can just work all day. I have done that before, unironically. It's not a good habit, and I didn't mean to do it. I was just snacking on them the whole day, and I realized by the time nightfall came, I just wasn't hungry because I already ate. But yeah, don't be like me. Eat proper food. Get your 5 fruits and veggies a day. Because there's no joke. You get from some fatty stuff. You feel full. Exactly. If it's something sugary, you'll eat it. You'll gain the calories, and then you'll get hungry again. I'll show you a good sketch when I see it done with some accessories. Oh yeah, you're telling me about it earlier. I do want to see it when it's done. But yeah, if you wanna feel full, sugary stuff is not the way to go. Yeah, because when you eat sugar, your energy spikes and then you burn all of you don't even burn it. It's just your body is like, okay, sugar level too high, we need to lower it. And then it goes low, and then you're like, okay, I'm hungry again. So yeah. Whereas things like fat and protein, it burns slower and gets absorbed slower. So instead of a massive spike, it's like charging your phone slowly versus striking it with lightning, you know? Oh yeah, your brain does crave sugar. Mainly because what do you call it? The human brain is designed to seek out calories, not nutrition, if that makes sense. So yeah, it's an evolutionary thing. Humans are weird. Oops. Yeah, it's supposed to go. There. I lost perspective for a second. Happens to the best of us. I usually don't do sugary stuff too because my sweet tooth is low and I go fine with just water and something fatty. Yeah, I've had that diet before. I do like sweet things occasionally, but for example, if I'm buying something sugary, it's always like a little, just a couple bites. Anything more, and immediately I go like, this is a bit much. Unless it is those gummy colas, the sour ones. Those ones I can eat them all day, which is not a good thing. Yeah. Ooh, over here they have like in one of the if one in one of the stores, right? Hold on. Story time. Now, I come from a country where everything is, how do you say this? Everyone is trying to finesse the system, right? If you can squeeze a little bit extra, people will. So when it comes to like policies of stores and stuff, they're very cautious with it. For example, if you go to this frozen yogurt where it's like self-serve, this frozen yogurt place, whatever you put in, you it's measured by weight, right? So the more you put, the more you're charged. Now, this store here, I noticed that they sell it based on just size of a cup. So it's just one cup costs £1, okay? Now, the thing about gummies is they're very compressible, you know? So you would normally just shovel it in until your cup is full and then call it a day. I shoveled that thing in and then I started squeezing more and more and more until I think I filled like one and a half the cup's volume of uncompressed sweets into that thing, and I only paid the normal price. Yeah, get scammed. I want that extra candy. So yeah, if people can abuse the system, they will. So, with just gummies, yeah. Like I said, I don't like sweet things too much, except if it's those gummy colas, right? With the little sour flavoring, the little sour sugar sprinkled all over it. So yeah, I just went the min-maxer route, bought one cup, filled that thing up. I'm like, okay, this is candy for like 3 days. I ate it all in one sitting while doing art. I like how it said Sour Patch Kids watermelon are my favorite. Autobot held that for a second. Maybe it disagrees with you. Maybe it's owned by their competitor. They really are sour. Mm. One time when I was a kid, right? There was this really sour candy, and I think like at school there's this one kid, he could not handle anything sour, and I used to love buying that candy and just like munch on them one at a time. He tried one and he like visibly cringed, almost like he had a seizure, right? Just like with how bad it tasted. He's like, my god, how can you eat these things? Then I just paused and I'm like, want to see something cool? And then I just downed the entire bag in my mouth all at once, right? And I lost my sense of taste for the next 2 days. But the shock and horror on his face, totally worth it. I may have been a menace when I was younger. I had a friend eating straight up lemon. Do you know what is really good? If you take not lemon but limes, the very small ones, you cut them up into little slices, put a bit of paprika, salt on them, and just eat them. Really want to have fun? Put a bowl of sugar-free gummy bears in a common area at work. Yeah, that's a very fast way of getting probably unpopular if you market with your name. Peel it and eat it like an orange. Okay, that person, that's a whole other story. I'm not gonna touch on that. Ooh, maybe if people keep stealing your candy at a common area at work, maybe switch to the sugar-free ones. Everyone gets disgusted by them, and then one day just quietly switch back. If you like spice fruit, try. I'm not familiar with those ones. Hold on, let me Google them. Okay, Mexican flavor enhancers often paired together. Oh, I think I've eaten something like this. My mom has like her own recipe. She uses, I think, I'm not sure what chili she uses, and lemon, and she does it on sour mangoes. That is like the best thing ever. What is this? Hold on. Oh, these are like okay, okay. I thought it was the name of like a specific blend of spices. Sour mangoes are just unripe mangoes, but it's nice. I actually don't like ripe mangoes. You know, the sweet ones? Yeah. I only like the sour mangoes. Hi, Extrude. Welcome on in. Oh, I forgot to say hi, James. It's been a long day. Accidentally bumped Wally. He's under my table. And all not okay, I can eat them. I just like the sour ones. And not just the sour ones alone. You have to put chili, you have to put lemon. I can't remember what the smell was. Hey, sorry, I am rigging. Like, for example, when the ear moves, I have to adjust it slightly, and then I track the little lines here to make sure it's, following the same level. You know? Yeah. Rigging be tough. Ow. The last time I collabed with well, not the last time. What's it called? The time before today, I played Wild Mender with Feather. He couldn't run his model and the game at the same time. And then he told everyone, "Oh, hey, did you know that Ordi has a brick redeem?" And then everyone just came over, and all at once, I just got pelted. Just pelted left, right, and center with bricks. He's already rigging a game? What do you mean? This is a cat, okay? By the way, my streams are mostly just hanging out and yapping. The art is a lie. Usually what happens is I spend the day rigging, and maybe at like nighttime I do a bit of progress while also yapping. Feel this, I can't believe I missed it. Yeah. I think it was at the very beginning. Yapping is cool. You know, when I first started streaming, I think like what, 6, 7 months ago, I was like, I had no interest in being a streamer, right? I am first and foremost an artist. And I was thinking to myself, you know what would be great? Because this was during like the rise of many art scams. You know, someone takes like their showcase, someone takes a random showcase, they put up commissions in quotes and be like, hey, this is my work, commission me. Best case scenario, you get a very low quality work because, if they have to steal a showcase, they probably can't make a showcase that nice, right? Or worst case scenario, they just take the money, they run, close the account, commission, start a new one, run the same scam, you know? Yeah. So I thought half of my job, right, when I first started as an artist was proving to people that, hey, I am not a scammer, I am a real person, right? It wasn't a very direct thing. It was just they would ask questions, they'd ask this, and I tried to be as open and as transparent as possible. This is before I got onto VGen, right? I was just another random artist, like on Twitter, because I just started. That's the only thing I had. I only had Twitter, and I think I had a card, but those things can be made in 5 minutes. Every scammer has one. So yeah, that was one of the things I realized. Okay, I need to prove that I'm not a scammer. What's the easiest way, right? I can simply do my art live. I'm here, I'm yapping, people can see the work being done, then definitive proof that I am real. I'd love to look at your VGen. Oh, wait, do I have a command for it? Was it stores? Oh yeah. Ooh, I do have these little guys over here. So before if anyone wants like a mascot, one of the things that I do is I offer like free samples, right? I do have a few fan models that I made. Hold on, let me see if I can find them. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with the larger VTubers. One of my favorites is. Wait, can I drag them on? Hold on, sorry. I'm not used to. Okay, here they are. Here they are. Ta da! And ta da! I don't know if you guys are familiar with Doki Bird, but I made their little chat Sona, the mascots. And there's the last tall one. I don't think I've loaded it in as an asset. Yeah, these ones I just made them for just for fun, for free, right? Ooh, I have a bunch of other ones. Hold on. I have. Ooh, I have the Momo one from Matara. Which other ones? Ooh, I have the Takodachi. It's a chicken dragon. It's a dragoon. I think is the official name. So yeah. Ow. These ones you could just grab them for free. These ones you could just grab. How do I pop one on my screen while streaming? This one is 100% free. I can guarantee. VTube Studio on Steam, right? Ow. No bricks. Wait, do you mean you want to know how to put the bricks or the little mascots? Have V2. Oh, okay, okay, sorry. The bricks. There is some paid software. It's called Twitch Integrated Throwing something, which is I think the acronym is the acronym is TITS. But what I use is a free alternative. It is called Kbonk. Hold on. Oh yeah, these models, if you get them, yeah, you can just plug them into VTube Studio and they work. Hold on. I think it's called Kbonk, yeah. Yep, this is the one. Let me put it on screen. Yeah, this is the one. It's completely free. And yeah, you can also put in your own custom PNGs for what gets thrown at you. There's like a bunch of stuff, right? But what I did is I toggled everything off except the bricks. So whenever someone throws something, instead of a random object, it's always a brick 100% of the time. So yeah, I did what this I got this when I first started. When I was even more when I was even more of a broke cat, right? And I didn't want to pay money for it. So yeah, I switched to Kbonk. Well, now I feel like I'm in a place where I can just get it if I need to. But hey, this thing works, and if it ain't broke, why fix it? I see you're testing the redeems. The bricks hurt virtually and emotionally. You can't forget that. Ah, hi Kay, welcome on in. Okay, so yeah, if you want to know the free models, they're these ones. Hold on, let me get them off the screen. We have a bit of an infestation here. You know what one day I want to do? Just have like a toggle which has all of the models that I've ever worked on just like there. Like this. And then I push a button and they all pop up all at once. Oh yeah, you can roll. You see my little staff here, the little dice? You can roll that, and it rolls a random number each time. I'm very proud of that one. Just came back home from an outing. Oh, did you have fun? Ooh, you rolled a nat 1 in D&D. That's a very bad thing. What happens here is you just doomed everyone to a fate of raining explosives. Yeah. I was gonna say fate worse than death to be dramatic, but yeah, you just sentence them to death, you know? Yeah. If you roll a 20, which is the highest, what happens is I just get pelted by bricks. If I was, oh, you know D&D? I love D&D. I used to play. Were you the DM or a player? Out of curiosity. I've been. Oh, you just have yeah, you just have bad luck. Oh, I love D&D. I yap about it every single time here. You know, even on what's it called? I yapped about it so much, and so many people here have never played it, right? No one here, a lot of people here have never played it. So what I wanted to do is, you know what? I should just run a one shot for whoever is like curious about it. I even have a one shot planned in our little Discord. Yeah. I am a bit busy this month, so I think I'll do it next month or the month after. See, I get to share, you know, the joy that is D&D to the people here. Sorry, my voice is failing me. That it bombed us? Yeah. Twice actually. I'm focusing. You asked a question, I was trying to help. You yap. Well, that's basically my stream, yeah. I'm not gonna deny the allegations. I also forgot to switch back to live today. Whoops. Hmm. I have an idea. Hmm. This could either work or break everything, so nope, wouldn't work. I'll get into the thing later, see where it gets me. Wait, what thing are we talking about? Sorry, I lose focus a lot. Hey Bong? Oh yeah. I recommend it. It's a nice free alternative, and apparently it's also lighter to run. You know what? I'll just flip that later. I still can't do channel points, but once I can, I wanna do crazy stuff. Oh yeah, when I first started, that's when I learned that you have to be affiliate to get the channel points, right? And I was like, okay, guys, we need to hit this for no other reason than I want channel points so I can have all sorts of weird redeems, right? So it's the bricks, it's the dice, it's everything. I feel like affiliate is pretty easy to get, especially if you're in a bunch of communities where people know you. You can just do this. You can just plan to go like, hey, I'm gonna stream for a full week. This is my affiliate push. You just need maybe a handful of people show up for a couple hours, and by the end of the week, You already have it. I think you need a concurrent viewership of 3 people. Okay, you know what? Let me pull up the requirements. Twitch affiliate requirements. Yeah. Okay. You need 50 followers and stream for 8 hours in a week. No, sorry, 8 hours a month. Stream for 7 unique days and average of 3 viewers. So what you need is basically once you have like 50-ish followers, right? Once you have 50 followers, just stream every day for like a couple hours. And yeah, if you go in a lot of the discords and other chats that you can just be like, hey, I want to start streaming, and this is this. If there are people who are very familiar with you, I wouldn't recommend doing that with complete strangers. That's a bit of a Twitch no. But yeah, if you know people who are happy to help you out, you know what? In fact, you can also ask me, right? I'll pop in. We can lurk, right? We can jab. We can chat. You'll get affiliate in no time. I think one of the hardest things is I think 50 followers and average 3 viewers. Ori, how can I start streaming? Okay. In our Discord, in Ordicord, hold on. Self plug 1 second. In Ordicord, right? In the text channels, if you scroll down to the bottom, there's one that's called one category called streaming community. There's a little channel called helpful guides. This is basically everything that I watched before I started streaming. And yeah, I think I got like a lot of those useful guides from large streamers. They're people who have like 100 subscribers and they make content like this is how to get 1 million subscribers and this and that. And maybe they know what they're talking about. Some coaches don't play, but I tend to be very skeptical of channels like that. So all of the guides that I have posted in that little channel, stuff that from larger creators, from successful creators, and stuff that I have used and feel like, yeah, this is very good advice. Well, I'm gonna lurk and sleep. Well, thanks for stopping by and yapping. It's 11 p.m. here. Oh, it's only 9 p.m. for me. I think maybe I'll stream for like another 30 minutes, hour or so. I don't know. We'll see where the night takes us. But before you get affiliate, streamer bot, stream elements, you can get a little commands like the exclamation lurk or the counters. Like for example, I have one where when I yap about one of my favorite authors, right? You can just oh wait, sorry, this is a channel point redeem, but you can make it a stream elements command, right? Yeah. So there's a lot of cool stuff you can do even before you get channel points. So yeah, something to consider. Now lurking time to be supportive. Well, thank you for your support. I'm very close to finishing this model. I think facial expressions and mouth, very time consuming. Head angles, we've already done left and right, which is the hardest one. Yeah. Once the head is done, should hey, we are doing fine. I was a bit concerned with the little hair here. Oh, as soon as I started using sound alerts, yeah, I had way too much fun with that. I never like to paywall anything, so yeah, I always made it through channel points. The downside is you can only set 10 of them with channel points. The rest, where you have like 30 of them, yeah, they have to be bits, which is unfortunate. I don't believe in giving me money unless it's for a commission. I mean, yeah, I think the least monetized thing that I have is my stream. Do you have 26 options for channel points? Okay, some of them are not sound alerts. Like for example, this one. Wait, hold on. Yeah, this cat scream. Yeah. If the GIF is in the center, it's not sound alerts, right? This is not sound alerts. But if it's something like hold on, where is it? Like this, it's riot time. Look at the top left. You see it says sound alerts. That one is sound alerts, right? I have more than 10, which is for like the free stuff, but sound alerts is only 10 of them. I love the riot one. I think it's one of my favorite ones. There's lots of mutinies and revolutions that happen here. I can't hear the riot time is I can't hear the riot time is long. Wait, what does that mean? The chaos in it? Yeah, it's just one person who yells it's riot time followed by screaming and the sounds of stuff being thrown. Oh, whoops. Kev ads. Sometimes people don't get ads, so I wonder if you have them. Also, sorry if you wanted to lurk and I've prevented that. Whoopsie. Oh, that says capitalism noises. Yeah, it's because of the ad. Yeah, I can't turn it off. Also, I think this should be lower. Okay, there we are. Yeah, ads are a thing that we can turn them off. There's no ads in the phone Twitch. Sometimes, yeah, sometimes I get it even if I'm watching through my phone. 3-minute ad is crazy. Okay, I used to do 1.5 minutes, but I realized it was kind of annoying to always be cut off very frequently. It feels like we have an ad, I yap for like 5 minutes, and then we already have another one, and then it interrupts the story, right? So what I do is we have 3 minutes of ads. That's usually the time where people get up, go grab a snack, go get food, you know? And if I'm in the middle of an interesting story or one that I think is interesting, I pause the story and I wait until the ads are done and I go, okay, now that everyone's back, as I was saying, and then we go on to continue yapping. You know what I used to do? Like I just like block the screen like this. What I used to do is to entertain people who don't have ads. During the ad breaks, I'll just pull up Minesweeper and then just start playing it. But I'd never win, and then it started to ruin the reputation of my intelligence that people already struggle to have with me. I keep stretching and accidentally bumping Wally, who's under my table. It's like I kick him, but like very gently. Like I just like bump into him and I get startled, like, ooh, there's something down here. You know, Minesweeper is actually not too hard if you know the rules. Kiku Wally, my cat. Well, he's not my cat. I'm just looking after him. Do I have a picture? Hold on, let me bring a picture. This is Wally. Where's the pet channel? Because I've shared pictures of him before. Pet and plant spam. Where's this cow? I call him a cow because he's, black and white. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, here we go. This is Wally. As you can see, he's very mischievous. He did run away. I had to track him down throughout the neighborhood. You'll notice he has an air tag, so I had to wander around the neighborhood with my iPad, just like beeping it. No cat kicking. Yeah, it's completely accidental, and yeah, I didn't hurt him or anything. Yeah, I think I just startled him because he likes to sleep under here sometimes, and I don't realize. So when I stretch my leg, yeah, I bump into him. And yeah, this is my friend's cat, right? So she couldn't take care of him, and I decided to temporarily adopt him for maybe the foreseeable future. Yeah, you can't take pictures of me in my human form. It just bugs out the camera. Yeah. So this is Wally. It's a he cat. She looks like a Siamese, had a double coat. She's such a diva. Or he's a gray person. No, I am a cat. But I can't go okay, I can't go out like this in public. People will freak out. They see a purple haired cat. So instead I have a human disguise, but to avoid people hunting me down, yeah, I have a human disguise. Hold on. There's also my cat, Julian. Yeah, this is her. Hold on. This is my cat, my baby Julian. Don't let the name fool you. It's a she cat, right? She is cozy. She stole my blanket, so I had to give it to her permanently. I rolled it up like a donut, and yeah, she loves it more than anything. You're the cat. The person holding is not you. No, if I was a cat, I'm definitely not Wally. Julian, maybe. Hold on. Once we were talking about sending IRL pictures, and I'm like, wait a minute, Feather, you don't know what I look like. Hold on, here's a picture of me by my streaming setup, and I sent him this. So yeah, behind the scenes, this is me. I have more pictures of Julian. Hold on. This is cat showing stream now. She likes stalking me. So in my room, I have a bunk bed. She likes to climb on it and just watch me. I don't know how Feather looks, Squirrel Lamb. Yeah, I don't either. I think the conversation was about other people sending pictures of themselves to him. Them like, wait a minute, you haven't seen me. And then I sent him a picture of Julian. And then for like 2, 3 months now. Oh, yeah, I think I've known Feather similar amount of time. Maybe shorter. I don't know. But yeah, I don't send pictures of my human disguise to anyone. I try to be very cautious about it. Oh, my baby. I'm a low friend, but a good one. Hey, online friends are real friends. Yeah, there's some people who don't think that, which I think is a bit strange. In fact, most of my friendships have now shifted to online, especially after I've moved away and I don't know anyone here. And these are like childhood best friends, people that I've known most of my life, right? Sorry, I was burping. What was I saying again? Right, right. Um, Close friends, quote unquote, real friendships. And then now we all moved away, and the only connection we have is online. They have basically turned into online friends. Does that make the friendship any less real? I don't think so. Now, what if you have met them for the first time online? Sure, there is a bit of getting to know them. I feel like it's a bit of a different path, but still a real path to friendship. Oh, hi, Traumaphon. Thanks for the follow. I had to know to my friends for 6 to 8 months before I send anything. Understandable. Oh, there's a. Hold on. You see the little stream avatars here? There's a little mini game where you see these little stars. You can type exclamation jump, and then you see you can jump and catch it. Now, sometimes the star goes a bit too low, and someone automatically catches it. So yeah, like I said, there's a lot of commands here. Like for example, oh, I see feathers here. Hold on. At least he popped by. So if you do attack feather brewer, you see, just look at the guys down here. Just yeeted him off the screen. Who's next? Okay, you know what? It's fine. Let me not beat up my chat. Oh, there he goes. Poor Nadia. Do it again. Yeah, that command is free, and I don't think it has a cooldown. But fortunately, they just reappear after a few seconds, so it's all good. Yeah, there's actually a command for Battle Royale where all of them all fight together, and there is a winner. Hold on. Yeah, I think that's the one. Yeah, everyone just gets dropped in. This thing has a lot of like mini games, right? There's even one turn-based combat where everyone picks like a class and they fight like one large boss. Like it's very D&D style when it comes to like choosing your attacks and etc. Ooh, by the way, everything, all the little animations down here done by Celeritis Lucis. I'll probably mispronounce that, right? He made the sprite sheets, made the animation, so yeah, it's really well done. I think I was just killed by Feather. No, wait, that was Maya. Okay, it's between Nadia and Kay. Okay, with the health pack, I think it's in Kay's favor. Yeah, Kay's the winner. So yeah, there's a whole bunch of like silly games there. Thanks for the lyric. And yeah, they just pop back into existence. You'll notice how we stopped doing work. That's basically my stream. So yeah. Whoopsie. Ow. You know, for the longest time, I didn't have my own sprite running around down here. But then there would be sometimes I forget to like log it on. So yeah, just as a reminder for me to check like it's actually working in OBS and all that stuff, I just put my own. And I wanted to differentiate him, so I just made him slightly larger. Yes, where you can choose violence, you can also choose kindness. There is a hug command. Although it does make like hearts float around your model for a bit. Also, if you misspell someone's name, yeah, it doesn't work. Okay, time for bangs. Well, back to lurking. Well, thanks for stopping by. You have a problem. I'm a big yapper myself, so I can't shut it. You know, it's. Oh, oops! I realized I forgot to switch to live today. It's actually it's a useful thing when it comes to streaming. I feel like a problem a lot of people have is not enough yapping. Gotta look to, gonna shower. Okay, we shall be here. Maybe. I don't know how long I'm gonna stream for. Oh, I actually turned this off. When I stream alone, I can't yap, but with people, I completely understand. I have OBS open, so I can't. What's it called? I can't screenshot Discord. Wait, hold on. Under helpful guides, there is, I think, some one of the videos by the streamer Cabal. He talks about like getting started with streaming, etc., and all that stuff. One of his most important points that I find super useful, especially in the beginning, is when most people. This is, for example, you're streaming for the very first time. You have no community, haven't reached out, brand new account, brand new name, going live, etc. Right? A lot of the times you're streaming to like maybe no one or people who like wander in and out occasionally. It's very hard to yap, or when either there's no active chatters or it's just mostly lurkers, right? One of the biggest advice, the biggest and most useful pieces of advice was pretend you're streaming for like a let's play video on YouTube, right? Where they didn't have a chat, but they needed to keep yapping and keep it entertaining. So, they talk about like what's going on on the game, what they're doing, having fun. They've learned to yap to themselves, to no one. And then eventually, when someone pops in, they see the yapping and maybe they yap back. And next thing you know, you have a bunch of active chatters. So yeah, it is a bit hard when there's like no one to bounce off of. It's like a bit of it's like a hump, a little hurdle you have to get over. And once you're over it, it is a lot smoother from there. So yeah, I did have that trouble when starting out, but I did follow that piece of advice and I think it worked. I do recommend their videos. Super useful. It's like talking to sand more than half the time. Yeah, if you could be entertaining, talking to a bunch of people lurking, problem solved. It's a skill. It doesn't work right off the bat. Takes quite a bit of practice, to be honest. But streaming is fun. I wasn't sure if I would like it when I first started, but I told myself, okay, I'll give it like 2 months of consistent streaming. And only after those 2 months, I'll decide, do I like it and want to continue, or do I want to stop and just go back to being, just artist? So yeah, I started streaming, fell in love with it very quickly. It's a super fun hobby to have, right? Yeah, sorry. Super fun hobby to have. And yeah, I decided to stick with it. Did you get it? Oh, you missed. Oh, do keep in mind there's a bit of lag. So you can test it by just typing jump and seeing what the delay is, and then you have to time it from there. Can't type the same message if there's things in the past. What you can do is you can just keyboard mash, and then you can type jump again. So yeah, there you go. A life hack. And yeah, you got it. Congratulations. I don't know what these stars do. We have points for it, but I never actually do anything with them. Rigging takes so long. Yeah, I've been working on this model for like a while. But yeah, that's why they can be kind of pricey because you're paying for not only the artist's skills, but also their time. Like for example, I had a much cheaper model where I think I rigged it in a couple days, right? Whereas this is also a full body model, but this one I think it's been like a few months because I did everything from the art to the rigging. I was $500 and I need it done by. Hope it's enough time. And what's the date? Yeah, that's a month from now. It really depends. For example, for me, I also have a queue system, but if the artist said that, hey, they can finish it by then, no worries. If they say they need more time, I recommend giving them more time because you can be like, nope, I need it by this date, and they will try to rush it. But yeah, I recommend, patience is the route to go. Good things come to those who wait and all that nonsense. I'm a bit of an impatient cat as well. I try not to be. I'm not eager to have it. By that, I think you mean you're willing to wait. Is that what you mean? Yeah. Oh, okay, okay. I don't mind waiting 2, 3 months. Understandable. Sometimes I feel a bit bad for some of my clients because ever since I started doing art like full time, okay, this is how I used to do art. I would take like, I would get like 2 commissions and then I'd close it, work on those two, and then it's finished, and then I open it up again, hoping to get like the next one. But just because you open the commissions doesn't mean you automatically get them unless you're like a big artist and have like a lot of people who are eager to commission you. But as a new artist, like I was back then, right? Whenever I open commissions, there's always like a bit of a delay, but I didn't want to like get commissions and I accept commissions, but I'll be so busy that it'll be done in like a couple months, right? So I was curious about this, and I can't remember where I went. I think it was other artists either on Twitter or on Reddit somewhere, right? And I voiced my concerns. I was like, hey, how do you do this? Because like I feel bad keeping them waiting and blah blah blah. Some of them are like, hey, if your art is like a great and people are willing to wait, just have a queue system. So I did, and yeah, I think the longest my queue goes is about 6 months. So yeah, sometimes people can commission me for a little mascot model like this, and then yeah, they have to wait like 6 months to get it. I feel kind of guilty, but hey, there is an option for like yeah, for rushed orders. Like, hey, you have a debut, it needs to be done by like this date. I can like either squeeze it in between a couple or just slot it in before people. But yeah, I do charge for that. Otherwise, every single person would do that. But yeah, I started that queue system, and surprisingly, people didn't chase me down with pitchforks and torches to beat me up. I just be like, hey, this thing will be done 6 months from now. And most people just shrug and be like, okay, cool. And, I got surprised. People were willing to wait. So, yeah. When I commissioned from the person I chose, he had just one more place. Ah, okay. You're lucky you grabbed the last one. I love the art of the movements. Look so free and not stiff. Ah. Yeah, always check like the artists and their stuff. It's always wise to vet them. There are like a lot of scams out there. And put it this way, back when I just started, I didn't have Twitch, didn't have VGen. I only had Twitter, and even at then, I had like 100 followers. Someone still stole my art and was pretending that it was theirs and trying to in quotes sell commissions. So yeah, there's scammers everywhere. Be very, very cautious. That's why a lot of people they recommend things like VGen, right? Because there it's very vetted, right? You can't just make an account. You need an invite code, which either VGen themselves give you, or another artist who is already on the platform says like, "Hey, this person is cool. I can vouch for them. I gave them my code." So yeah, that's why it's like a little bit more secure. Now, it's not like there's zero scammers on there. Some people get them, right? Some people they find a way. Either they have like their fake portfolio and it manages to slip under VGen's noses, right? Or maybe someone thought they were being nice and like I'm just gonna give this code out to any artist who wants it, and then some not so nice person gets it, and yeah. But I think one of the best things that I like about VGen is as soon as I got it, I never needed to prove that I was not a scammer ever again. So yeah, immediately half my work evaporated. Like half the workload evaporated when it comes to, like, per commission. So yeah, that was great. I really like that. Lately, I think that's where I get most of my commissions. I have not posted anything on socials in ages. To the point where I know that I know that they come from VGen because on the forum I also ask, "Hey, how did you hear from me?" And I have Twitter, Reddit, VGen search bar, blah blah blah. I think most of them the last couple of months have just been the VGen search bar. So yeah, there are some people who they're not too fond of VGen, like they have their issues with it. I think it's mainly the 5% cut VGen takes. Because for example, if you're an artist and you're just, using direct payment through PayPal, PayPal takes 5%. Now, if you're on VGen, on top of that, VGen takes 5% for every commission they process. So each time, for every $100 you make, you lose $10, right? I think uh I think the most I've ever paid in fees is like a full $200. So it does stack up either A over time or B with major commissions. So that's why people are like, hey, 5%, yeah, they are a bit unhappy. Now, those are people who are already larger artists and people are queuing up to commission them. They they just open commissions, grab a handful, close commissions. Like they have that option. But someone like me, I don't have that option. If I didn't have VGen, right? I have to constantly post on Twitter, constantly post on things like Reddit, etc. And then if someone who happens to be looking for maybe a mascot model happens to see that post at just the right time, maybe I get a commission. So for me, yeah, they do take an additional 5%, but I've gotten way more commissions through them. I think it's very useful if you're a smaller artist, but like the larger you get and the more people want to commission you, mm, the returns are kind of like they get lower. You know, if you're an artist with like 100,000 followers and everyone is like scrambling to commission you, yeah, then I think you don't need a VGen. But like for example, I no longer need to market any of my stuff because I don't think many people market that they do mascot rigging. Because I tried googling it. Sorry, not googling it. I tried searching it on VGen, like VTuber mascot. I think mine pops up, maybe a couple others, and majority of them are just mascot design. So yeah, I think whenever anyone wants like a mascot, they search VGen. I think I'm like one of the top ones that pop up, mainly because pure fluke. I'm not a marketing genius or anything. I started making the fan models. You know the ones I was showing you earlier, like of the other larger creators. I made it for their fan base, right? I started doing that just for rigging practice, and eventually people started commissioning it from me. They're like, "Oh, I want a small, cute animal mascot like this." And then when I got VGen, I put it up, and then there was an explosion of there's almost this explosion of hype for chat mascots and chat sonas. I think some people have called them, right? So when everyone was scrambling to get one, I think I was at the time I was the only one who listed something like that. So everyone kind of just threw themselves at me like, "Hey, I want to commission this thing." Like there was a time where as soon as the large creators all started getting them, my commissions, I think I got like a huge chunk of them all at once. It has like kind of tapered back down to normal, which is good. But yeah, at the time, it was pure luck. Right place, right time. It got so popular to the point that for I think a year or two, I stopped doing full body models. I only did mascots. And then I was thinking, maybe I should. But then I didn't want to open the commissions. I didn't want to open the commissions before I had a really high quality model. to, put as part of, examples of past work. Because I did have older work, but I'm like, it's okay, it's not bad, but I've improved greatly. So I wanted a super nice showcase to justify like the prices and stuff. And then yeah, James reached out and wanted to commission a full body. I'm like, okay, this will be my super high quality model that I will use as my example. Yeah, I've been giving it my all. Like, how do you say this? This is a very intricately crafted model. I'm super proud of it. It is so far in all my years the most advanced thing I've ever rigged. So yeah, I'm very happy with it. I don't know if James is still here. I hope he's happy with it too. We'll see when it's done because it's a bit too early to tell. The art is done, but it truly comes to life when you see the rigging. Where was I? Oh right, I forgot. There's a shadow here. I need to select it. They are a lot of layers. Okay, here we are. I noticed when the head moves, this shadow didn't move with it. So, whoopsie. Yeah, problem solved. I think all that's left is the ponytail for left and right. If I can find it. Okay, here we are. Hmm. I'll need to adjust the texture as well. This could take a while. But it's getting a bit late for me. Maybe something to continue next time. Okay, let's see. Who do we know? Okay. Nope, they're ending. Hold on, this is taking a while. Why don't you take some rest? Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm just looking for someone to raid. Okay, I see Pen Pen is live. Oh, Pen Pen is graduating this Friday. So let us all go in, show our love and support. And yeah, I will see you guys there. Okay, so thanks everyone for stopping by. Um yeah, a little bit of a shorter stream. And I'm not as loud or as yappy. My voice is tired. Not only did I stream for like 6 hours, but day before that, I also streamed for 8 hours again. And yeah, in my defense, sorry, not in my defense, but it's not so bad because I wasn't fully yapping. I was streaming with Feather, and back and forth. He would talk, I'd rest. I'd talk, he'd rest. So it wasn't too bad. But yeah, ow. But yeah, thanks for stopping by. I'll see you all next time then. Bye bye. Okay, I'm just gonna hit raid now after I sink down to the bottom. Bye bye. Bye bye.